Milind Sharma is joining us live from Jantar Mantar in Delhi. Third day that we're seeing this protest currently by wrestlers there, Milind. And so far, any attempt at dialogue, any outreach by the Sports Ministry, by the Sports Authority of India hasn't cut any eyes, because these wrestlers are making it very clear there's no middle ground here. They have a few demands and that must be 100% met. So it doesn't look like anything's going to change unless at 5 p.m. Brij Bhushan announces that he's resigning.
Absolutely, Akshita, but the outreach from the government has been so much so that the Sports Authority of India, along with the Indian Olympic Association, the Secretary Sports Ministry, had all been roped in for that high-level meeting that went on till the wee hours of the night with the wrestlers and Sports Minister Anurag Thakur at his residence. But obviously, the meeting did not yield a lot of fruitful efforts, and which is why today, day 3 on the protest, we are still looking at a gathering of the protesters right at Jantar Mantar. Now let me tell you that very often so, Vinesh Fogart, Bajrang Poonia, Sakshi Malik, all three of them sit in the protest and then take out some time to discuss among themselves what needs to be the future strategy. So at the moment they have taken that particular break to go separately and discuss what they can do as athletes, as wrestlers here, and as well as for all the wrestlers and the players that they are raising this voice of sexual harassment charges that they have levied on Brij Bhushan Singh, who's absolutely defiant there, saying that there is no way that he should be wanting to step down from there and that he will not go down without a fight. But certainly the charges that have been levied now, filed in a written complaint to the Indian Olympic Association, do make for grounds for investigation on Mr. Brij Bhushan Singh, and pending that, of course, and the reply from the WFI on this is also expected and awaited any moment from now. We should be getting some news on that as well, because Brij Bhushan Singh was given some time to clarify his particular stance on the entire matter. But one of the very important things that the protest has raised even today is that, Akshita, let this not be anything related to politics. No political leaders, no industrialists are supporting this protest. That's what Bajrang Poonia has also announced.
We saw that on day one also, when there were attempts by some politicians to reach there. They were immediately told not to come up on the stage, saying this is our movement. We wrestlers will take this forward. Milind, stay on with me. And as we track all the latest, there was one aspect of the letter that's been sent across by these wrestlers to the Indian Olympic Association. There are some scathing mentions of the charges against the WFI and how wrestlers have been harassed. There's a mention of young wrestlers being sexually harassed in that letter. Specific mention of what Vinesh Fogart has undergone. It says that Vinesh was mentally tortured by the WFI chief. She was harassed after she missed out on the Olympic medal. So much so, according to this letter, Vinesh Fogart even contemplated suicide because of the mental harassment by the WFI chief. Now, what they've demanded is essentially that a complaint be registered under sexual harassment. They've also sought the dissolution of the Wrestling Federation. A new panel must consult with the wrestlers about what the federation will really look like. These are the demands that they've put forth in that letter as well to the IOA. So even as we're seeing these demands being put forth, the Indian Olympic Association has taken note. They're all set to form a panel, which is one of the demands that's been put forth. As expected, these wrestlers are saying, keep us away from all of the politics, the rajniti over this issue. But a number of reactions that are coming in, a political blame game that's broken out on this issue. You've got boxer Vijender Singh, who's also a Congress leader, by the way. He joined the protest and met with these protesting wrestlers. His party launched a scathing attack on the Modi government over this issue. Congress has claimed that the central government was aware of this for long, but didn't do anything. They simply turned away and refused to act, is what Congress is claiming. The party is also questioned why Prime Minister Modi hasn't spoken on this issue and why his government hasn't sacked Brij Bhushan. Union Minister Smriti Irani, meanwhile, in an exclusive conversation with India Today at Davos, has taken note. She's taken cognizance and assured action in the case. Remember that these protesting wrestlers have said very clearly they don't want any politics over this issue. They didn't even allow CPM leader Brinda Karat, who went to join their protest, who visited Jantar Mantar, to come up on their stage. They told her, please refrain from doing so. We don't want to take political sides.
डेकोरेटेड महिला एथलीट इस देश के प्रधानमंत्री के पास जाकर फेडरेशन में हो रहे यौन शोषण और कुकृत्यों के बारे में अक्टूबर महीने में बताती है, तो 1.25 साल तक मोदी जी ने क्या किया और वो इस पर चुप क्यों रहे? क्या कार्रवाई हुई? मंत्री, सांसद अभी भी अपने पद पर बरकरार है। बेशर्मी के चलते और थेथरई के चलते ये सरकार उनको पद से बर्खास्त नहीं करती। ये हमने अजय मिश्रा टेनी के केस में भी देखा था, जो आज भी मंत्री बने हुए हैं, और ब्रिज भूषण सिंह के केस में भी हम देख रहे हैं।
भैया, मैं खिलाड़ी का साथ देने आता, फेडरेशन से मुझे नहीं मालूम कि उनके फेडरेशन मैं भी कुछ मैं कभी मिला नहीं उनसे, ना कभी मेरी कहते कि उनसे जान पहचान है कोई तो, लेकिन जो खिलाड़ियों ने उनके बताया, जिन्होंने आरोप लगाया, उनके तहत हम उनके साथ गए कि भैया हाँ तुम्हारे साथ गलत हुआ है, हम तुम्हारे साथ खड़े हैं। उसके बाद अभी जांच होगी, जांच में पता लग जाएगा आपको। मैं तो कहते अभी खिलाड़ी हो, कहते खिलाड़ी हो ना, आज मैं गया था वहां, मैंने किसी मीडिया से बात नहीं की, बिकॉज हम नहीं चाहते थे कि इसको कोई पॉलिटिकल रंग मिले। यहाँ ये बात की आपके सामने बताया कि ये बात है, ये प्रॉब्लम है। दैट्स
विनेश फोगाट और उन सभी रेसलर्स का मैं धन्यवाद देती हूं कि इस मंच पे आके उन्होंने इस बात को उठाया है। लेकिन तकलीफ इस बात की है कि माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी को जब उन्होंने लगभग 1.25 साल पहले इन बातों से अवगत करा दिया गया था, तो इस पे कार्रवाई क्यों नहीं हुई? और जैसा कि सुप्रिया जी ने कहा कि 72 घंटे के बाद भी ये शर्मनाक बात सड़कों पे अभी तक चल रही है, लेकिन बीजेपी के नेताओं के द्वारा कोई ऐसा स्टेप नहीं उठाया गया।
You've been speaking here a lot about women and development and integration and inclusivity, and you would have seen back home there are many questions being asked by the opposition about a particular incident. I'm not sure of how much you've heard about the allegation by Vinesh Phogat against the Wrestling Federation chief, and a lot of the Congress walas are saying, ask the Women and Child Development Minister, what does she have to say about it?
Like I said, I'm on foreign soil where I am to exhibit the best of Indian capacities. Insofar as the Congress's allegation as to what does the Women and Child Development Minister have to say about issues with regards to women's safety and security, and I would give here a rider that I personally know and engage with the Phogat sisters, and including Bajrang Poonia, and I have no political statements to make about them. I know that they're conscientious individuals. I will also say this, that as a representative of the government, when I do a comparative, and I do this with a deep sense of understanding that the political compulsion, because I have to respond to this question right now. In the year 2013, when the Congress was in power, they declared this very big announcement was made about the Nirbhaya Fund, as though they have committed themselves as a government, as a political entity, to safety and security of women. In 2014, when Modi government was formed, one found that not a rupee was spent out of that fund. There was no constitution of how that fund would percolate for safety and security of women at the grassroots or in cities, or for that matter, state capitals. So, yes, it is the Congress's right to hunt for Smriti Irani everywhere, given how much they are smarting after I defeated, for the first time in the history of Indian democracy, the sitting Congress president, who is still walking and trying to find some kind of way to a new political destination. I wish him well. But I will say this, that the commitment of the Modi government towards safety and security is not only known, it has been tested and proved to be humane.